Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at why Mumbai Indians have had a bad season this IPL. In our research, we found several statistical reasons why the Mumbai Indians wouldn't be making it to the playoffs this year. And no, it's not the one you're thinking of. Hardik Pandya's captaincy had nothing to do with it. Or maybe it had something to do with it. Let's dive into the video. First, we're looking at what went wrong for them in the batting department and specifically the top order. The Mumbai Indians top order seemed like two completely different sides during the power play overs in their first 6 games and in their last 6 games. Where in the first 6 games, they were hitting runs at a run rate of almost 11. Now in the last 6 games, it's barely crossed 8 runs and over during the power play. First off, let's talk about the Mumbai Indians batting. Rohit and Nishan were quite consistent and were giving them solid starts in the opening half of the season. We can especially see this in their average. But in the latter half, they were getting out a lot more frequently, and as a result, their average dropped down by quite a bit. Alright then, let's move down the order. Surya Kumar Yadav was coming back from a major injury, and the Mumbai Indians had to ease him into the squad. But that obviously couldn't happen if their opening pair were getting out so much. In this season, Surya Kumar Yadav has 3 half centuries and also his second IPL century. But he also has not crossed the 30-run mark 6 times this season. Just imagine where they'd be if he could convert those good starts to big totals. Maybe the opposite end of the table, we may never know. But one player the Mumbai Indians could heavily rely on to deliver was Tilak Varma. Tilak Varma has been especially good for them over these last 3 seasons, and this year he is currently the team's highest scorer. He also has the best average by far of anyone in the Mumbai Indians. And now, the part that everyone was waiting for, Hardik Pandya. He was the blockbuster signing that hurt 2 teams. Hardik Pandya had a great season with the bat for Gujarat last year. But this season, his batting has been all over the place. He's batted everywhere from number 3 all the way down to number 7. And his scores also tell a very worrying tale. To see just how inconsistent Hardik Pandya has been this season, look no further than this graphic. He's gotten out 4 times for single-digit scores this season and has crossed the 30-run mark only thrice. But one good thing for the few Hardik Pandya fans to talk about is that his bowling has definitely picked up over the last few games, where he's picked up 7 wickets in his last 5 outings. So maybe this is just what Team India will need for the upcoming World Cup. But for Mumbai, I'm sorry, it's over. As we move down the order, we have to talk about how Mumbai's tail has been misfiring this season. Romario Shepherd had that great final over against Andrick Nokia, but ever since then, he's been performing very inconsistently. And Tim David has been all over the place. In their last few matches against the Lucknow Super Giants and the Delhi Capitals, he did hit 2 pretty good knocks of 30 plus. But then in their previous match, he got out for a single-digit score yet again. That's been the tale of Mumbai's tail end this season, and that was not a bad pun. Moving on, let's take a look at Mumbai's finishers. Mumbai have primarily used 3 foreign players as their finishers this season: Tim David, Romario Shepherd, and Mohammad Nabi. Tim David was supposed to spearhead their finishing, but this season he's looking a little out of sorts. Maybe because of the failures of the top order and sometimes the middle order, he's had to come on a lot earlier this season, and as a result, he's looking like a sitting duck. Tim David did have a good start early on this season, playing some crucial knocks against Hyderabad and Delhi, but still he's been misfiring a lot, and over the last few games, his form has been worrying. Romario Shepherd is one of those players who comes to the IPL, hits a bowler for a bunch of 6s in the final over, refuses to elaborate, and then leaves. Other than that crazy final over against Andrick Nokia, there's really nothing to say about Romario Shepherd's batting this season. The acquisition of Mohammad Nabi was one that was honestly making me scratch my head. Here's a player who's almost hitting 40 and he's playing in the biggest league in the world. But honestly, his numbers aren't that bad. He scored more than 30 runs and picked up 2 wickets. When you realize he's done this in over 5 games that he's played and not in just 1 match, well, that's a little bit worrying. And it honestly makes you think about Mumbai's 4th foreigner problem, which they've been facing all season. Now, let's add another layer to Mumbai's foreign player problem and discuss the issues with their foreign bowling lineup. Gerald Coetzee has been having a hit-or-miss season this year with the Mumbai Indians. He was picked up by them after some really good performances during the World Cup. But taking a look at his wicket stats, they honestly aren't that bad. He's picked up 13 wickets. But then, looking at his phase-wise bowling, he's going for runs in all phases. But weirdly enough, his economy is at the lowest in the death, something that will be studied further for sure. The Mumbai Indians finally elected to go with Nuwan Tushara in the latter half of the season, but by then it was too little too late. He's been especially effective in the power play, where he's picked up 5 wickets. Although he's going for a lot of runs, his expertise with the ball could have really come in clutch during that opening half of the season. Luke Wood, Romario Shepherd, and Queen Mafaka, one of the upcoming talents from the recently concluded Under-19 World Cup, were all players that the Mumbai Indians gave chances to here and there, but none of them could properly make a stamp in the IPL, and as a result were dropped due to some pretty mediocre performances. They all picked up 1 wicket each and were going at crazy economies, further exemplifying why Mumbai Indians were facing issues with their 4th foreign player. Despite having had surgery on his back, Bumrah is carrying this Mumbai bowling lineup. Just take a look at this next graphic to see how good he's been as compared to the rest of Mumbai's bowlers. All you need to see is just how good Bumrah's economy has been compared to the rest of the team. And we won't say he's been playing out of his skin this year. This is just Bumrah doing Bumrah things, but the rest of this team, unfortunately, hasn't stepped up. Another issue that has followed the Mumbai Indians for the last 3 seasons is their spin bowling lineup, or rather, their lack of one. Piyush Chawla has honestly been on a bit of a decline, although he's seen a spring in his step over the last few games, having picked up 8 wickets. And then there comes the issue of their second spinner. Both Shreyas Gopal and Mohammad Nabi have honestly not been cutting it, and they've been chopped and replaced in that frequency. But next year is a year for reflection, and another year to try again. Let's see who they can hold on to and who they'll let go before the mega auction. Those are the reasons why we think the Mumbai Indians were the first team to get eliminated from this year's playoffs. When they're batting fired, their bowling failed, and when they're bowling fired, their batting failed. If there are any other reasons why you think the Mumbai Indians didn't make it to the playoffs, please let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and keep coming back to K Sport for more cricketing content.